Oh my goodness, hello, good morning everyone. Good morning, Lauren and Chat Baby impersonating a bear. Oh my god, it's a bear. Oh, I look so red. Oh, sorry, chat. Good morning, Jane and Tori and Graveyard and Parker and Sunday and Eric and Lisa. Hello, Metallica. Hello, Ali. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Happy Sunday. Sunbird Queen, that's me, Rachel. Happy Sunday from down here in slightly overcast and slightly cooler Brisbane. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know it's been a couple of days and I'm sorry for disappearing, but as you can tell, I was away for a little bit and honestly, I did so well with sunscreen, and you all know I rant about the sunscreen. I did so well with the sunscreen, but I was wearing a singlet. It was a Chesty Bonds. Starting to become... Bonds is not a great company from everything I've been reading, but they make really comfortable... they make really comfy clothes. They have a heavyweight tee. I'm a big fan of a heavyweight tee. I didn't realize that t-shirts came in, there's a way to define or describe the way that t-shirt, material thickness is. And I think it's the same as paper, GSM. So it's the weight of a material or something. Maybe that's what the M in GSM stands for. Anyway, I found Bond's heavyweight shirts, and I tried them on, and I was like, why does this material feel so luscious and so lovely? Turns out it's a heavyweight material, a higher GSM, whatever that is. But they're Chesty Bonds, stretchy, cottony, just feel real good. And I was out in the sun. And I sunscreened everywhere, except for the décolletage. So it is a little bit... Yeah, it's a little burnt. Anyway, that's my story. For anyone who cares. Today we're here to react to the one, the only, the incomparable and incomparable Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Chantal Marie, Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Everyday Miriam, Flobby Bobby, Chantal versus Chantal and Pete's show, Foodie Beauty. We're gonna be... It's... Ali, you're right, it's not too bad. I didn't get my shoulders at all, or my arms, or my face, or, the back of my neck, but it was just... It was because I was wearing something slightly different than I was used to and didn't realize it was coming all the way up to my neck that I forgot to sunscreen my chest. So, today we're going to be watching Foodie. I'm here to catch up. So she was missing for a couple of days, and in the back of my head I was like, oh, she's traveling to Kuwait. This whole May nonsense was just to befuddle the audience because she's obsessed with people tracking her every move. I was like, she's in Kuwait. If she's radio silent for longer than 36 hours, she's on a plane. Turns out she was on a plane. So she made a piece of content called I Traveled 20 Hours from Canada to Kuwait. We're going to watch that first. It's 8 minutes and 38 seconds, so you know that travel was riveting. More recently, she's uploaded First Weigh-In After Canada, and I think that we should catch up with that one, so that's going to be number 2. And then if I've still got time, we've got a live dinner in Kuwait where, I don't know, what is this? This is voguing. Madonna's Vogue. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is going on? Tori, thank you for being here for 14 months. I appreciate it. Tori says, just been telling my daughter how lovely you are. Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, and thank you for being here for 14 months, and I hope you and your daughter are both having fabulous weekends. And D. Martin, lovely to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here for 37 months. D says, happy weekend and time zone, Zach and chat. Happy weekend to you too, mate. I hope you're having a good one. Thanks for being here for the support. I appreciate it. Mick, not uwu. not like this. But you're not wrong. Alright, let's get started with watching. Hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning if you are coming back. I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight, talks about things on the internet and watches way too much of too many people. I'm also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, just here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices, choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices. Today I'm choosing to start my day with a caffeinated soda, which is zero sugar, Monster Energy, Ultra Paradise. This is definitely in my top 5 sugar-free energy drinks. It tastes kind of like green apple. It's quite nice. Polter, hello. Thank you for being here for 19 months. Polter says, hello. Broke my arm skateboarding yesterday. Oh my god, I hope you're okay. That sucks. That sucks bad. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Thanks for being here, though. I hope you're feeling all right. 47 and friggin' fabulous. Hello, and welcome back to Popstar. And Elvin, hello. Thank you for being here for 2 months. Elvin says, happy belated Anzac Day. Happy belated Anzac Day, mate. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the support. Okay, so... Monster Energy drink try-on haul. The thing is, in Australia, we're so limited. Like, it's not super limited, but it's probably under 8. Sugar-free monsters. What do you got? You got the silver. You've got silver and gold. You've got green and pink and blue and orange. But orange is terrible. So really, you've only got 6 kind of options. You've got the generic silver flavor, which I don't know what it's meant to be. It's kind of like lemonade. You've got silver, generic. You've got gold, which is like tropical. Green's green apple. Pink is like... I think it's meant to be like grapefruit or something. Rosa. Whatever that is. And then you've got blue, which is quite good. It's mango. It's blue and orange. I don't know why mango's blue and orange. Mango's got nothing to do with blue. Green and orange, sure. Blue. Or like orange and red. And what was the last one I said? Oh, peach, which is like silver and... like a peachy orange. It's terrible. It does taste like peach, but it tastes like chemical peach. Bad. Bad. There's black that's black cherry. I have never seen that Hellfire. Maybe it doesn't come to Australia. Update on soda beverages, though, before we get to Foodie. Because I know that's what you're here to talk about. Bubbly came to the party... bringing an additional flavour to Australia. So for all of you out there who don't know and weren't here for this rant, Bubbly came to Australia and they said, you're only getting 5 flavours. And we were like, okay, 5 flavours, that's fine. And then we all opened our eyes and realised on the other side of the planet, you'll have like 50 flavours of Bubbly, which is just unfair, really. So we ended up getting blackberry, passion fruit, raspberry, pineapple, and lime. Lime's terrible, by the way. Just drink bubbly, like just drink soda water with a wedge of lime in it. Same thing. Better, I would say. So we only got 5. Recently, they've started importing a 6th, which I'm very excited about because it's watermelon. And I do love me some watermelon. So I want to mix like the pineapple and the watermelon. Make a little like tropical fruity drink. But anyway, that's my story. Lime sucks. Well, Bubbly has, like, peach and grapefruit and kiwi and, like, just all of these Willy Wonka-esque fruity flavors that I want to try. And Big Bubbly is saying, no, sorry, you live in the wrong part of the world. You don't get to try that. Terrible. Anyway, we should probably start watching the reaction before everyone gets sick of me. Me and my nonsense. Oh, Dre, that's a good point. I mean, maybe it is Bubbly. Maybe it's just lime Bubbly, the worst one. All right, let's get started. This is I traveled 20 hours from Canada to Kuwait. Let's go. That's very loud. I'm so sorry.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello.
Hey there, Beezers.
No one wants it. No one wants your poopy cameo ad. Go away.
Hi, guys.
She makes it hard. She does make it hard to enjoy this content. Actually, that's not true, because you guys make it easy. She does make it hard, but you guys make it easy. So it all evens out in the end. Sarah, pardon me, thank you for being here for 35 months. Sarah says, 35 months, where does the time go? Mate, tell me about it. Sometimes I just sit here and think, I started this nonsense in 2020. We're 4 years in. What is going on? But we're still here. It's a good sign.
Guys, so this little vlog is a mix of content of sorts. First up in
Batty, I 100% will. I 100% will.
this episode are clips from time spent with family, such as what I ate and did with them while in Canada. Just a few clips.
Okay, this is meant to be a travel vlog. It's 8 minutes and 38 seconds. Like, why do you even make this?
I know I ate out a lot, but I also did have quite a few home-cooked meals, and what I will show you are just some of them. So
the only memorable meal about this trip's, return trip to Canada was the poutine pail, that Italian slop that she was just consuming. That's the only memorable one.
It will look like more food obsession, but it's just clips from meals from different days in this particular case. So I hope you enjoy this video. I know you
Yulia, hello.
guys like when I share things like this.
Tori, same, mate. Like, I think the hard thing is as well, as a reactor, I guess, thinking about, like, the energy that you put into it. And, I mean, obviously there are benefits that come out the other end of it. But I consistently think, like, even if I weren't doing this, I'd still be watching Chantal. In some way. Probably through clip shows or, like, Chicken Pickle or something. Or Milk Tea. Like, I'd still be interested in what Chantal's, like, story is. But, like, I don't know. And I know this has been spoken about for a while, and I speak about it all the time. And it's just, I think we are probably getting to a point now where, like, it's twice a week. Which sucks, because I do enjoy catching up with everyone. And we just watch other things. Like, it's fine. It's not a problem. We're still watching Glitter and Lasers. We're still watching Ambi. I mean, I think that Alexandra Rodriguez will be quite interesting. I haven't really been keeping track of that because I'm not really well versed in a lot of the content that she's creating at the moment, which is surrounding her pregnancy and stuff. But I think that'll be interesting because there will come a point in time where she becomes a family vlogger, right? And family vloggers are always quite interesting in the realm of, like, I don't know, actually Alexandra might just, like, log off. Maybe she'll be done with creating content, or not make it family, but that would be hard considering how I guess every day her vlogs and stuff are. I don't know, but there's plenty of people to watch, so it's fine. But with Chantal, as I was saying, same. Here till the bitter end. Like, I'm morbidly curious, and that's absolutely okay. But considering how long we've spoken about and watched content surrounding health, I would like to know about the health. Hey, Dan, good to see you.
And for those of you who don't, that's okay too.
Oh, also, Ali, hello. Thank you for being here for 22 months. Ali says, love our corner of the internet, worth it. I think so as well. I agree. Thank you, Ali.
Hopefully something will come up that you like. So the second part of this vlog will contain a few clips from my trip home. I will do a whole long...
See, Jessica, that's very true. And that's what I was kind of thinking of with all of that stuff. I find it interesting in like bad ways. Like, I don't understand the logic of it all, you know? So I hope Alex doesn't do that, but then again, I don't know. Alex just seems like she does. I know she said she's not doing it, but I'm still holding my breath. And she probably won't do it now, considering everything. But I'm still holding my breath for Kirby Connection Season 2. I know it's not going to happen. But that's the best content Alex has ever made, and I just want to do it again.
And super thorough story time, though, about this trip. One of these days, I just need to get reorganized over here. So yes, I am back in Kuwait, and so happy to be home with my husband and pets. All right, guys.
Oh, you think so, Z's? Ugh.
Guys, get cozy and enjoy the show.
Oh my god, Buster, you sweet angel, look at you. Look how well groomed you are. Back to the content. Oh, Buster. Oh, I love Buster so much. Look, he's had a little trim. Look at his ears. Look at his ears. They're all cleaned up and trimmed. He's had a little haircut. And the teeth. and the slightly wonky eye. I love him so much. And he's clean. Look at that. He's clean and tidy, and he's clearly been to the groomers. Look at you. Look at your handsome little face. I love him so much.
What do you want? Look at this underbite. You think I'm going to give you anything? All right. Fine.
I think he's probably waiting for whatever backup sandwich has got in her hand, to be fair.
What do you say?
Oh, fuck. I knew it was food. I knew it.
What do you say? Yeah, such a good boy. Oh, you stink.
Yeah, I mean, Chantal, you're one to talk.
Good boy. Now I gave him cheese. My lunch is cream of broccoli soup, homemade. My mom made crackers, cheese, and pickles.
Oh, I hate this voice so much. Put Buster on the phone. Put Buster back on the phone.
But I share the cheese with this guy because, well, he's cute. Even though he doesn't like me, right?
It's so apparent he doesn't like her. It's the stink eye. Oh, I love him so much. He's so dapper. And he's got such human eyes that you could really see the, like, just subtle disdain. Not like outright hatred, but just like, leave. Get out of my space. Why are you here? You're sitting on my couch. That cheese is not for you. That's for me. That's me cheese. Disdain, yeah. Look at him. Look at his eyes. He said, move. Oh dear. He's the best boy. Him and Titan. I wish we would get the opportunity to see Titan again, but I don't think we ever will, which is sad. But maybe Buster.
Can I kiss?
No, not kisses. You don't know where her mouth's been.
So this is a
Actually, we know where her mouth's been, Buster. You don't want any of that.
delicious meal that my mom prepared for me one evening. Well, for me and my sister, basically. But mashed potatoes, green beans, butter, an empty plate because I'm starving, and I love
An empty plate because I'm starving. What are you doing? What words are these?
my mother's meatloaf. She makes the best meatloaf, I swear. That's where I learned how to make mine. And look,
To be fair, sans the Kraft cheese melt on top of that meatloaf, that looks a million times better than any meatloaf Foodie's ever put together. Foodie's meatloaf is like grey and beige. Greige? Sure. Greige. And terrible. That's at least got some like crispy edges and some colour to it. The shit Chantel makes looks nothing like that. Also, it's always doused in ketchup.
look, gravy moderation.
Don't mind me.
I'm glowing up for sure. And yeah, I put a cheese slice and like a
You've never seen the yellow cheese on the slice? Well, she says it's her thing. Hold on.
look, gravy moderation. I'm glowing up for sure. And yeah, I put a cheese slice and like a Kraft single on it.
Why?
You gotta try it. It's a game changer.
I don't think it's a game changer. Kraft singles taste terrible. It's not. It doesn't taste like cheese. It's just melty, like, plastic. It legitimately acts like plastic.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I've tried plenty of Kraft singles in my day. They taste terrible. Eat real cheese. Eat real cheese!
All right, one thing.
Oh, LaFlay, hello. Thank you for being here for 7 months. LaFlay says, I'll meet your loaf. Thanks for being here for 7 months, mate.
My family does traditionally is play a game called Pass the Ace.
Okay.
And I'm losing. I only have
Orange County Choppers. Okay.
2 chips left. But you basically don't want the ace card. You know, you want...
Is that real money? Are those Canadian loonies in the center there? Is that a Canadian $5 note? You'll have Monopoly money like us? So here in Australia, all of our money is similar to this. It's like a polyplastic paper thing. That means it's like really resistant to damage. You can't like tear it, crunch it, wrinkle it. But it's all multicolored as well. So like each note has a very distinctive color. So Canadians have the same thing, huh? Interesting. That $5 loonie, whatever. That 5 loonie note. I know loonies are the coins, but I like to talk about Canadian dollars as loonies because same reason we call them dollaritos. Which we never do. Don't come to Australia and say like, oh, here's $5 Someone will look at you like you're mad. Look, as much of a like fun time troll as I am, I don't want anyone like making a fool of themselves. The color of this 5 loonie note is actually the color of our $10 note. Just in case you're Canadian and come to Australia and get confused with it does say 10 on it, so you'll probably not get confused, but just so you know.
Pass the lowest card around the table, and then the dealer gets to cut. But guess why I keep losing my chips? Yeah, I'll show ya. I keep getting aces. Yeah.
What is this pack of cards? This is a Coca-Cola branded packet of cards. And Orange County Chopper, like, chips? What's going on?
Nice.
This is for those who have ever felt like the black sheep. There you go.
What is this? What is in the world of fabric? What is this? Is this a curtain? Is this a sheet? A tea towel? What is this? It's a tea towel. I think this is a tea towel. What is this? Give me some context. Fuck, the amount of filler in this. Chantel's channel is filler. Call it spade, Zach.
So I had lunch with my aunt.
Oh, this looks nice.
And look at what she made. Look at these fresh veggies with all kinds of dips: spinach dip, hummus, onion dip, and cheese.
You gotta watch those dips.
Some onion buns that were made with like spelt flour.
Spelt flour. No, spelt is the feeling, right? It is spelt flour. Yeah, spelt flour. I'm thinking spelt. Never mind, different word.
And an amazing
I'm wrong.
salad. Look at the feta cheese and olives. You know my favorite.
Sir, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Yeah, you tell her to go away, Buster.
All right, kiss. Fine.
All right, Canada, you have a crisis. You have an issue.
Do you think I have... Okay, so all of these voiceovers over this B-roll, this is all just Chantal filming stuff and then voiceovering it. Yeah, got it. She's not purposefully filming stuff to voiceover, is what I'm trying to say. This is just scraps. This is a scrappy piece of content.
With one-legged seagulls. I mean, look at this poor seagull. I've seen so many seagulls with one leg. Sad, sad, sad miskeen. What's going on, Canada? Do something.
Pizza. Cheese.
I mean, the irony in all of this is Chantal going back to Kuwait and eating every fucking meal out of styrofoam and plastic. And saying that Canada has a problem. Seagulls only have one leg. Chantal, the amount of turtles that you're choking just living your life is crazy.
Pizza. Cheese.
Chantal, he doesn't want a bar of you. A bar at all. He doesn't like the sound of you. His ears aren't twitching when you talk. I haven't seen a wag of the tail. I haven't seen a happy face. You also haven't given him any scritches, so I would understand why. You did give him cheese, though. That's just bribery for dogs.
Squirrel? Kitty? I don't think so, buddy. Aw, you sit beside me? I don't think you hate me.
I think that little nose twitch tells me he hates you.
Aw, you sit beside me? I don't think you hate me. Do you?
I mean, the way his upper muzzle was like twitching when you were talking and in his face tells me maybe you're in his face.
Oh, do you? Can I kiss? Can I kiss?
Yeah, no, that's not a happy Buster. That's a please, for the love of God, leave me alone, Buster.
Kiss? Oh, okay, fine.
Move back. Oh my God, Foodie's terrible. I trust Buster's judgment. Does everyone else trust Buster's judgment? Listen. Just listen to it.
Can I kiss?
He hates her.
Can I kiss? Oh, okay, fine.
Twitchy upper muzzle and nose and growling tells me that's not a happy dog. Not a happy dog. Leave, Chantal. Get out.
Nope. Okay.
The dusty Kia.
Bye-bye, Kia.
All right, now I'm on the bus
Oh, that river's nice.
to go to the Montreal airport. The bus is so affordable and so easy that I just always take it. Red-faced, but ready to go.
So now that she's acknowledged it, and look, I'm one to talk, I got burnt, but Chantal's red-faced regardless of where she is. So when she was in Kuwait, she was saying how there were general conversations about like, oh, it might be heat damage, or it's probably just, or sun damage rather. It's probably just the heat, this, that, and the other. She's red-faced in Canada as well. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll talk about it in the next piece of content where there's a health update. It could be rosacea. It could be high blood pressure. It could be a litany of things. But I'll be interested if she ever addresses it.
I was bored waiting in line for 45 minutes, standing there waiting to drop my baggage off. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea just to get some shots of the Montreal airport. That was my gate.
These are not shots. This is just the roof.
In the 500s there for Qatar Airways. So I was just checking in and dropping my baggage. And yeah, it was a pretty big line. So I was just standing there all hot and huffy puffy as I normally do.
Hot and huffy puffy.
with a good old CPAP here, and makeup all over my face like a little child, yeah. Alright, got my boarding pass and passport. This I keep very close to me, I'm paranoid. I had a lot of time to kill before my flight and I was starving. There was a St. Hubert's at the Montreal airport, but
I can't roll my eyes fucking hard enough.
you know what the best thing about the St. Hubert's?
A burger before a flight, a burger before a 12-hour flight. I don't.
Is, guys, they have a gravy dispenser. It's unlimited gravy.
Chantal is in heaven.
Finally back in the Middle East. Look at this fancy little souk kind of shopping area with like
Man, I would not want to be in a confined space with Poopy McGee after unlimited gravy. That seems like a recipe for just a terrible experience.
restaurants and the Majlis seating. It's just really cool. I love the Middle East, you guys. I can't tell you how much I missed it. And I'm just so happy to be back here.
Finally, last leg. Doha to Kuwait.
She really needs to just calm down on the filters. I mean, I know that's been a talking point for literally years, but when you look like a blurry mannequin, stop.
It's so hot here.
So the flight from Doha to Kuwait was like an hour, and
We've all agreed that the whole reason she went to Canada was just a visa trip and to pick up her birthday presents, right? That's all. Like, the health conversation was never happening. The moving out into my own apartment was never happening. Confirmed scammy liar. Right. Yeah, got it.
it was almost an empty flight. So it's really cool that I had like most of the plane to myself. And here we are in Doha right now, and we gotta pass
Oh, you're right, Cyrus. She didn't even stay until Mother's Day. Ugh.
Bahrain and going to Kuwait City, and there's Shiraz, Iran.
She is indeed a lying liar. Yes. Oh, this is reminiscent. Oh, this is giving me nostalgia for when Foodie first stepped off the plane to meet her loophole husband, and he was filming on that potato. Remember that, like, super blurry quality Chantal walking out of these gates? Good times. Better times. Hey, chat. She only took the CPAP and the one suitcase, right? Did she bring a second suitcase in? She did. I think she did. I think I'm remembering that correctly. That big black one, I don't think she took that one. It's got all her extras in it, I guess.
I'm back home, honey.
Oh God, stop yelling in the microphone. Sorry.
I miss you a lot. So how was the trip?
Very long, and I'm going to talk about it, but I'm just glad to be home.
I want to hear about the trip.
Home sweet home.
I miss you.
Me too, a lot. So what do you think about the weather here, baby?
It's hot. The captain was saying it's
How's your leg, Chantal? How's the sciatica going? Because you look like you're in pain.
30 degrees.
Especially at the night time.
Yeah, and the day it's like 40.
No, not that much. It's like 34 right now. We are here getting a cold juice for my love.
Chantal, I spy nail polish? Sure.
I need this 30 degrees out and it's nighttime. My favorite. You want that now?
Yeah, lemon mint. Your juice, sweetheart.
Gosh, she's really leaning up on that bench. Remember when Chantal got really mad at Milk Tea for leaning on a fridge? Chantal was leaning on the fridge. Milk Tea just pointed it out, and Chantal went on a whole tirade about fridge lean shaming. What is going... We are... Alright, hold on. I know I've caught this pause at an inopportune time, but it, like... This really does show you... Hold on, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. This really does show you the fuckery of the lens. Look at... Like, I understand there's also perspective, but look at the hand holding the cup, and then look at the left side of her face versus the right side of her face. Like... I don't know if the filter is applying, like a fisheye lens or whatever, where everything on the outside of the frame looks a lot closer and everything on the inside of the frame, like a pinpoint almost, looks a lot further away. But do you all see that? Like, It looks insane. It looks insane. Picasso? Kind of, yeah. That's scary. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Anyway, it's just weird. Like, we're not talking about filter fails. We're talking, like, specifically about whatever lens is going on here. But it looks like something's wrong with my eyes. That's what it looks like.
Oh, up one. Away from the crowded.
For once, for a change, yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little vlog. It's all that.
Alright, bye Felicia. We're on to the next one. Let's get into health talk with Foodie. First weigh-in after Canada. Yes, that's right. No, we're back in Kuwait now. Do you think this chapter? It's not series. Version? No. What was the word she was using? Season? Season. Do y'all think this season's going to be more interesting? Probably not. We can make it fun, but I just don't know whether or not it will be interesting. No,
Hello,
go away.
Foodie Beauty.
Shh.
Well, hello.
Shh, absolutely not. You know what? We'll watch my ad. It's fine. Hold on. Where is it? Here. Hi guys. G'day. You asked for a kazoo emoji and we delivered. Actually, now you can access all of these fun emojis from the Pulpy Syntax channel membership. And I'm not going to show you a website, but you can just click that button down there to join. Or not. It's up to you. But thanks for being here. No, we don't need... I can't believe every piece of content has this stupid ad in it. I can, and I understand. Chantal needs to eat. But we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Hello.
Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video.
Your Ramadan decorations are still up. Did you listen to all of us who are calling that out? I think so.
So in today's video, I
Scammy liar. Scammy liar.
show you my weigh-in, kind of.
Oh, I gotta turn her up. Sorry, chat. Hold on. Hold the phone. We're gonna turn her up. Troll police, hello. Good luck. I hope everything's okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video.
Tank, you're excited for season 2. I can't wait to see what you produce, because that'll be quality content. Chantal, not so much.
So in today's video, I show you my weigh-in.
Oh, will I be reacting to the ARC teaser? Didn't I already do that? I'm sure I already did that. Didn't I do that the other day? Did I not? No, we did. We did. I did it in the last upload, for sure. Mick, thank you so much for your generosity, and thank you for gifting a channel membership. Welcome or welcome back to It Is What It Is. Hello. Please make sure you thank the lovely Mick for the gift and feet.
Kind of how I've been eating since being back, and talking about my struggles with food while in Canada, kind of versus while being here.
Right.
To give you a bit of insight on what I struggle with on a daily basis as a binge eater.
Oh dear, Chantal, we know, honey. We know. We've all been here for years. We know. At this point in time, we know. And if there's anyone new who's here, we'll catch you up real quick. You don't need it from Chantal's point of view, because it's always just lies and falsities. Lies. Lisa, you make a good point. I absolutely agree. One of my biggest issues, I remember, I mean, I've had multiple issues with the way that Chantal has produced her content and the things that she said. But one of my biggest issues was during the cocaine and Ozempic arc, because she was legitimately changing absolutely nothing about her lifestyle that she was presenting online to the internet and just losing weight. She was just losing weight. And I remember having that conversation with people saying, like, unexplained weight loss is usually, like, a major cause for concern. So I hope she's going to, like, her doctor or a clinic somewhere and talking about unexplained weight loss. And then, like, weeks later, it came out that it was cocaine, because she'd been on Ozempic for a little while and she'd been kind of all over the place with that. And then as soon as the cocaine discussion happened, it was like, oh no, you guys, I lost like 30 pounds. It was so easy. It was all the Ozempic. And it's like, well, actually, like, you're kind of skewing your audience's perspective of that drug by also taking cocaine at the same time, because that's probably the one that's helping you out there the most, which is not suggested or healthy or like recommended whatsoever, but you're very much skewing like the perspective of that prescription medication, you nincompoop. Lauren, hello, lovely. I hope you're having a good weekend. Thank you so much for gifting 10 channel memberships. That's very kind. Please welcome or welcome back to the channel members. Cracula, Ella, hello. Z's, hello. Zora, Teresa, Susan, Din, Dank Fooper. A pleasure as always. Who else have we got in here? Oh no, I just said Dank Fooper's name for no reason. Sorry. No, it was Dank Fooper. I'm all over the shop. Sorry. Cazaline, Carrot Butts, hello. A pleasure as always. I think that's everyone. Please make sure you all thank the lovely Lauren for the gifts. Sorry. All right, back to Foodie's nonsense.
And food addict. So if those subjects are triggering for you, you might not want to watch this, protect your mental health. So
I think that's the first time she's ever fucking said that to her audience.
Yeah, I apologize, but I'll see you in the next one. So there's many of you who actually have asked me to be very, open and forthcoming about my struggles because it helps them.
Oh, Gobby, not now. Hold on. Gobby's gonna try to attack my toes. Stop it! Gobs, no, stop. Shh. Go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Look how cozy it is up there. There you go. Boop, boop. Sorry, chat. Don't mind Gobby. Okay.
Because a lot of people
Gobby just wanted to say hi.
deal with these things. There's a lot of people with BED, binge eating disorder, or just people who have issues overeating, and there's people who have issues just with food addiction and so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of different personal and complicated relationships with food. Noted. We know, girl.
So, if you're new here, I have a few new audience members. As you can see, I'm a larger woman.
Do you know what as well? Ambi really has messed up the BED conversation for me because it makes it hard with I don't know what Chantal's diagnosis surrounding all of that is. There have been about 4 different stories about BED and diagnoses with Chantal and all of that stuff. Because the hard part to follow with all of that is, well, one, Ambi, I mentioned Ambi because she just miraculously cured herself or was misdiagnosed according to her or blah, 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 whatever. So that, because obviously watching the two of them at similar times, and even here reacting to the two of them, it is often a little bit hard because I'm trying to remember the law with Foodie, and it is a law. It's basically a law, L-A-W, of convenience with her and this diagnosis, and it would be so much easier for me to understand whether or not the diagnoses were given accurate, actually acknowledged and correct, if Chantal were ever at any point in time ever managing it, because she never ever was. Throughout the history of Chantal and this conversation about BED, I don't think there have been a couple of times where she's mentioned therapy, counseling, and all of that stuff. But outside of that, it's just been a list of fad diets, intuitive eating, I'll do it my way, XYZ. So that's real confusing for me. Yeah. Jamie, thank you for the super chat, lovely. Jamie says, Chantal's lecture video always features her bottom jaw / teeth jutting out. It's her superiority tell. This is just a word salad of her delusions, though. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. So when she's Dr. Armchair, that's what she's doing. Interesting. Nice pickup. Thanks for the super chat, Jamie. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely weekend.
Bigger, overweight, since I'm a child.
Yeah.
Started around maybe 9 or 10. I started gaining some weight and becoming more and more obsessed with food. And I still struggle with that today. And I think that I will probably always struggle with that. I just have to learn to manage the symptoms as it goes.
Bullshit. This is tripe. We have heard this a million times before. Doesn't matter whether or not she's in Canada or Kuwait. Doesn't matter whether or not she's loophole married to Poopy, dating old mate with BB. It doesn't, none of it changed. None of it changed. Not a lick, not an ounce. None of it changed. Because I understand that concept of of addiction and changing your people, places, and things. And Chantal has done it so many times But the one thing she's never really done is hold herself accountable or engage with programs or treatment that actually might help. She just says this shit to the internet for the sake of saying it, changes absolutely nothing about her relationship with food, doesn't acknowledge it or work on it. Well, I mean, there are times of like awareness where she acknowledges it and what it's done, but like she's not taking it seriously. She ate a poutine pail the other day. She doesn't take this seriously.
So there's just a lot of things going on. You know, there's hormonal issues when you are used to overeating. There's also maybe...
I mean, yeah, there's also probably a good discussion to have around hormonal issues and the hysterectomy that you've had. But again, just things that you don't take seriously. Oh my God, listen to yourself.
Traumatic events. There's also, you know, binge eating disorder, which is actually a disease where you have trouble fighting the impulses to just eat and eat and eat. So there's various different things. People have these conditions for different reasons. So I won't get into that today. I've talked a lot about that, and I'm still kind of figuring that out, actually.
Oh my God, shut up. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. You guys, I'm still figuring it out. It's my gurney, and I'm still figuring it out. I'm processing. She's been processing for like 30 years. And on YouTube, she's been processing for at least 7. It's so tiring. And this is honestly how she loses her audience. Because I think a lot of people who hang around now are in the similar bucket of morbid curiosity, like what's going to happen. And it is ultimately, it comes down to health, which sounds really strange when said in a vacuum. But for me, at this point in time, I'm watching it to see what the hell is happening. Like, it is my favorite reality TV show. I want to know what's happening with this character and her enlarged heart, unmanaged, untreated type 2 diabetes, severe extreme non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and, you know, brothy Pete. Like, I want to know the biology behind all of that because it's interesting and curious. Girl, wake up.
So yeah, basically I just have to kind of figure that out and continue to work on that. So, but I will show you my weigh-in now. I weighed in today. It was April 27th, so Saturday. And I wasn't dressed, so I like to weigh myself like with no clothing just to get more accurate. Like this jilbab, for example, is very heavy. The abayas are heavy. So actually, I think first I'm going to show you my weigh-in from when I was at the doctor's office.
In Chantal's past, the majority of the weigh-ins were clothed, right? They were, because we were there for a few of them on live streams. It's very Amber Lynn coded. Marvin, hello mate. Thank you for the super chat. Marvin says, did this new health revelation come before or after the burgers, fries, and unlimited airport gravy? I would say after. Probably during the 12 hours where that was all sitting in her stomach, just making all types of nonsense go on. Probably after. That probably didn't feel very good. Or smell very good. Or sound very good.
I saw a diabetes doctor. I forget the name right now, what kind of doctor they are. But I am going to show you that weigh-in. I think I was 166 kg. So I will show you that now. Alright, and now I will show you what I weighed in today.
Alright, you guys. Today is April 27th, 2024.
157.5. So that's down 9 kilos. Whatever that is in pounds. Chat, thoughts, feelings, emotions. I say it all the time, the number on the scale really at this point in time doesn't matter. It's all of the health stuff that's going on underneath that is a primary concern or interest, I guess, for me. I think that would be massively concerning if you had dropped 9 kilos in 4 months. Okay, so here's the thing. Chantal is super morbidly obese. And she has the ability to lose more than a kilo a week. Healthily, probably shouldn't. Because the general maximum is 2 pounds 2 pounds a week, right? 9 kilos in 4 months, 5 months, that's definitely doable. I question the validity, though, only because we haven't seen a drastic lifestyle change in Chantal. Like, she's not counting calories. She's still eating takeout every day. Again, the poutine pail. But I guess more importantly in that conversation is I would be really interested, and you may say it's invasive, but it's Chantal. She makes health her content. Sorry, she makes her health her content, so it is what it is. I'd be really interested to know how much, like, skeletal muscle she's got, how much muscle mass she's got, like, what her bone density is like, because I'm imagining any, like, unexplained weight loss maybe a little bit more explained when you consider the fact that with everything going on in her health, her bone density is probably getting worse. Her muscle mass is most definitely getting, reduced or losing. Her skeletal muscle is probably reduced. Like, and that was one of the hard things for me as well when I got so focused on the number on the scale, recognizing the fact that just because you lose weight doesn't mean you're, like, losing fat or I don't want to say the right weight, but losing weight is a much more kind of complex situation that isn't just like, oh, I'm in a calorie deficit, so I'm losing fat. It's like, yeah, but you can be in a calorie deficit to the point where you lose a lot of muscle mass. Like, I know what that's like. Considering Chantal is so sedentary and her diet is so bad, I would assume that any weight loss is not only fat, you know? Annie with an L, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat, lovely. I hope you're having a good night. Yes. And he says her scale only goes up to 180, so she's likely over 400 and gives a false reading because she exceeds the scale limit. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, yeah. Don't trust the technology. There's also that. And also, I mean, in that whole conversation, Chantel's 5'1"? Is it Ambi that's 5'3"? Yeah, Chantel's 5'1", 5'2" on a good day with shoes. Chantel's only 5'1". She's just not very tall. Because when I think of, like, 150 kilos, I'm just like, oh, like, it's heavy, but is it that heavy? And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm considering it from, like, a 6'1" perspective, not a 5'1" perspective. And there's a lot of weight, like, in a foot. Ha, feet. Voodoo, thank you for the super chat as well. Voodoo says, I have been that weight and I am her height. Foodie is larger than that weight. If she's losing that much, she has ketoacidosis and needs treatment. I think there's a lot more going on than just, like, I just don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust any of the numbers. And I think there are better ways. Like, when she went to the diabetes doctor, I was a little bit confused as to why she was just getting a general weigh-in and not, like, a body scan or anything like that. And I know, like, there's a whole conversation about body scans and them not being super accurate and all of that stuff. But I think for someone with Chantal's litany of health concerns, a body scan might actually be interesting to see, like, what is going on. But it doesn't take a genius to understand that the lifestyle that Chantal leads, she probably doesn't have, like... I think, based on watching the last however many years and seeing her at different stages in life, I think her mobility's decreased, her muscle mass has decreased, her just ability to do things, her stamina's drastically decreased, and I think that's all resulted in a lot of that weight potentially being muscle loss and fat gain, which, you know, sucks. Hippiesta, thank you for being here for 18 months. Hippiesta says if she was serious, she would take Monjaro. I don't know what Monjaro is. I have no idea. But thank you for being here and thank you for the support. I appreciate it, mate. And Jessica, thank you for being here for 6 months as well. Jessica says her muscles are definitely atrophying. Yeah, I mean, I can't diagnose anything. Obviously, not a professional and certainly not hers. But yeah, I think there's every chance that the scale is off, but also the actual body composition would be a massive concern. Because also, if you think about it, like her talking about severe extreme non-alcoholic fatty liver, didn't she say she had a 23 centimeter liver and average livers are like 6 to 7 or 8 centimeters, right? So what's that, like that's the average length of a liver. Hers is like that, something like that, right? Or is it 8? I don't know. It was like 3 times the size of an average healthy liver. So when you break it down into its composite parts, I guess, the human body, like, yep, a liver 3 times its size is going to weigh more than an average liver. Like, when we talk about weight and weight loss, we're not just talking about fat. And you know, Ambi talks about it all the time with water weight, but it's not just fat, water weight, muscle. There's also organs and like a skeleton and all of that stuff. But anyway, just interesting. Sizes with pulpy stop at 1. It's about this big.
So, I am down some kgs, which I am very happy about.
Great.
I'm not gonna lie.
Chantal at 40 is in a position where she needs to regularly be seeing a doctor to work through the organs that are trying to remove themselves from her body. That's what she needs. Like, it's not, weight loss is great and that's fine, but Chantal can't seem to do more than 3 things at once. Addressing her diet will assist in some things, but the biggest and most prominent, I guess, diagnosis that is a concern is the diabetes. And a diet will certainly help her type 2 diabetes and will help her manage all of that stuff. And in that conversation, there's also weight loss, which is another thing to consider. But when she went to that diabetes doctor and they told her, hey, you've got so many of these concerns, we actually just need to put you on like a moderate diet, eat this many carbohydrates, this many vegetables, this much protein, stay away from red meat, stay away from high salt, all of that stuff. Because we had that conversation before as well, where that doctor was clearly trying to navigate a list of comorbidities and saying which one is the most like dire that needs to be addressed now. And that was like a high salt, high protein content in her urine and untreated type 2 diabetes. Those were the 2 massive like red flag. Like, let's get this seen to. Moz, thank you for being here for 11 months. Moz says, just coming in. Mwah, love you. Thanks, mate. I hope you're having a good weekend. Thanks for the support. It's nice to see you today. She needs to actually do something, Sarah. Yeah, exactly. She needs to not sit here and be like, I'm doing it my way. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm all about healthy eating now. I'm done with the fast food. Because, like, Chantal's always been kind of just this cluster of terrible situations. I mean, she's also made terrible choices, don't get me wrong. But, like, her food addiction, BED, whatever you want to call it, whatever diagnosis she's happy to talk about, put on herself, whatever. Whatever that is, and then the fact that she's eating for money, like, how she doesn't realize that's a dangerous combination, I have no idea. And then there's the health as the third kind of prong, because obviously diet greatly impacts the health of a human body. So, it's kind of one of those, like, Venn diagrams of, like, which one do you choose, you know?
I think is good for me.
Not that you're choosing BED or anything like that, but she's actively choosing not to treat it.
I'm happy with any loss. So I hope I can maintain it and keep going down, especially for health reasons. So yeah, I, since being back, have been trying to keep my binge eating in check.
Okay.
And limiting junk food.
Right.
So
yeah, that burger and unlimited gravy combo doesn't count.
I'm not saying completely eliminating junk because I find that to be too drastic.
Right.
And then that can
because we're in a situation now where a drastic move would be really concerning. No. Chantal, you went to the ER because you felt dizzy. Remember that? Remember when you were in the ER in Canada? Because I do. It's time. I think it's time for drastic, actually. I think it might be. It might have been time for drastic 5 years ago, but I think at this point in time, it might be time to make some drastic moves. Right. I often think about, like, and I won't talk to BED because obviously I don't have any experience with that, but with relationships with food, right? I often think about how do people who are told you're allergic to gluten, you're allergic to dairy, you're allergic to sugar, I don't even know if that's possible, but how do people who receive that type of conversation, right? Do they just turn around and they're like, well, no, I like bread too much. I like bread. Like, I can't do that to myself because it's too drastic. I like bread, right? From my understanding with allergies and stuff, there's usually a pretty severe Or sometimes severe, I guess, sometimes not severe. But there's a cause and effect, right? The cause is the thing that you're allergic to. The effect is whatever happens when you consume something that you're allergic to. And I understand relationships with food are really complex, and they're really long, and they're really hard to navigate. And that's why we engage with professionals who can actually help us and not try to do it by ourselves. And if we do it by ourselves, it is drastic, and sometimes it doesn't go well, and that's valid, right? Speak to your healthcare professionals, but also Chantal's in a position now where I think drastic measures do need to be seen to, because a drastic measure of her not addressing her diabetes, for instance, is going to be losing a toe, which is pretty drastic in itself. Like, you can't just baby foot your way around a 17 blood glucose reading. I think it's time. And I'm not saying everybody do that at all. I'm saying everybody go and speak to your healthcare professionals. But Chantal clearly doesn't engage with healthcare at all. And if she's deciding to do it her own way, then it's probably going to need to be drastic. Yeah.
Binges. So, but I've been trying to just go back to, I don't know if it's instinctive eating, because
Stop it. I knew it. So I didn't watch this. I jumped through and I saw her put up intuitive lol. And I'm like, I thought she's going to talk about intuitive eating. And I'm going to want to flip my fucking desk. I knew it. I knew it would happen. Oh boy, I can't wait. Please lecture me about intuitive eating, please. Because, for those of you who weren't here for a long time, when Chantal started reading the intuitive eating book, what was that book called? I can't remember. There was a book written by a doctor called, it was like My Intuitive Life, something like that. And Chantal was telling us she was speaking to a doctor, a therapist, whatever, while reading this book. Turns out the therapist / doctor she was talking to was the therapist / doctor who wrote the intuitive eating book, which was all very funny because she wasn't, anyway. And I railed pretty hard against intuitive eating because it's, for me at least, and me understanding my relationship with food and having watched Chantal for years and seeing her relationship with food and the way that she talks about it, it was never going to work, right? It was never going to work because intuitively, and if you are going to say you're following your brain's intuition or your gut instinct or whatever it is, at least for me, my intuition and my gut instinct was not necessarily ever involved when it came to food, right? It was all very emotionally driven. I didn't think it was ever going to work for Chantal because she has a very similar perspective when she talks about her relationship with food and food addiction and how it was comforting and it was a thing that her family used to just kind of, indulge her in, and she never grew out of that. And thought, intuitively, she's never going to want to make the healthy choices and be happy with it. She's always going to begrudgingly eat broccoli or a salad and say, I wish this were a burger. I wish this were poutine. There's so many other tasty, flavorful things out there. And she said it before where she said, if I have to live like this, it's not worth, like, if I have to live without pizza, it's not worth living. That's kind of sort of verbatim a quote. And I thought, that's not going to work for you. Not saying that intuitive eating can't work and it can't help the way that we, hold our relationship with food. Sure, I can see there's a lot of validity in that. But for Chantal specifically, without working with a professional who can hold her to account and engage with that change of mind frame, as Ambi would say, in regards to food, it's just not going to work. You can't intuitively... I think she sat down and intuitively ate, like, a platter of nachos. And it's like, what's intuitive about that? Well, I felt like having it. Okay, but, I'm sitting in my feelings and I'm saying, I want this thing. And I won't tell myself no because that's too drastic. Okay. All right. Well, that doesn't seem too different to what got you here in the first place. So what exactly is intuitive eating in your situation type of deal? Anyway, I can't wait for it. Sorry, chat. I've been running my mouth. Sasha, thank you for being here for 15 months. Sasha says, hey all, here we go again, another cycle. I'm Disney. I love it. I love a roller coaster, and here we are. Thank you for the support, mate. Lord Farquaad, hello. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. Thank you very much for the shinies. Please welcome back to the channel memberships. Jack, Charlie's mum, Mo Money, Julie, Lewis, hello. Sweet Kristen, hello. Cassiandra, hello. Runs with Scissors, Leonie, and Izzy. I think that's everybody. Please make sure you thank the lovely Lord Farquaad for the gifts. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Bunny. I saw a heron on the weekend, Farquaad. I did. I saw a heron. It was great. Sorry, Pretty. Thank you very much for gifting 5 channel memberships as well. Please welcome back. Doctor on Call, Deb W, Sil, Sarah, and Living. Thank you all for being here, and please make sure you thank the lovely Pretty when you're drunk. And Bunny, thank you for being here for 20 months, mate. Bunny says, good evening, morning all. Thanks for all the fun. You're welcome, mate. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for enjoying. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Breathe, Zach. Dr. Armchair, please lecture us all about intuitive eating. I can't wait.
Trigger binges. So, but I've been trying to just go back to... I don't know if it's instinctive eating, because my instincts are kind of all whacked out. Like, they're all, you know, they need to be reset. Bless you. My cat sneezed.
Oh, speaking of, Julia, I hope you're having a fabulous day as well. Have you been vaccinated or spayed yet, by any chance?
Is there anything cuter than a cat sneeze? No.
A vaccinated cat.
So anyways, until my hormones reset and everything like that, I've just been trying to pay attention.
How exactly are your hormones going to be reset in all of this? Are you on the estrogen again? Is that, like, did you pick some of that up in Canada, or what's going on?
Into hunger. So for example, in this shot, I eat this twice already since being here. It's one of my favorite.
Oh my God. I swear, if you go back, as Chantal would say, if you go back to maybe 2 trips ago, 2 returns to Kuwait ago, and she realizes just how unhealthy she is when she's traveling, I think this is exactly the same meal that she had when the first day back from Kuwait. She had this whole fried fish with a bucket of rice.
Meals, it's like a fried whole fish,
Yeah.
Tilapia fish, I think it's tilapia, with some rice, some fried eggplant, some bread. I've been eating all of it.
Yeah, again, in moderation, this is fine, but that's a shit ton of rice.
I didn't eat...
For someone who is currently not treating their type 2 diabetes, it's a lot of rice, gal.
All of the
Oh, and bread.
rice. So that's the thing. I eat maybe less than half of that.
Right,
So,
okay, I believe.
and I eat one bread. I eat the fish.
I don't believe she eats one bread.
I do share, with my cat and hamster, but I do eat all the fish, and the
some rice.
the eggplant, and I have one round of bread, and I have maybe less than half of the rice. So that's what I've been eating, and that's like a decent meal. I feel very good at.
See, and the thing is, we'll call out rice and bread, and she'll come back and say it's the culture, and I will collectively take a deep breath and say, Chantal, your pancreas and your liver don't give a shit where you live, who you married to, what culture you engage in. They don't care. Your organs don't care. Right? Your organs are literally going to take the fuel that you put inside of your body and try to find a way to make use of it. And a couple of them are failing at their job. To be fair, Chantal's a really good example of the human body at work, right? Like, the human body is a machine. It will find a way. Life finds a way. But, like, it'll only get you so far, gal. Come on now.
After that, I don't feel too full, too bloated, and I don't feel hungry after. So that's kind of how I've been eating. I've just kind of been not stressing too much about, I don't count calories. I don't do any of that yet.
I also think it's going to be really hard. She says yet. I think it would be really hard for Chantal to count calories considering the amount of takeout that she gets. And, like, it's all well and good to count calories when you're like, oh, I'll go get, like, a Whopper, or I'll go get, like, I don't know, something that's kind of universal. But when you're talking about a fried whole fish and, like, 3 cups of rice, it's hard to measure, and Chantal's definitely not going to measure, and she's definitely not going to weigh it. Anytime Chantal's counted calories outside of or inside of maybe the last 4 years, I don't think she's measured anything. It's all just eyeballs. So even if she were measuring or counting, it's not really going to have the effect I think she thinks it's going to have. Marvin, thank you for the super chat. Marvin says, no takeout places in Kuwait have single servings. Well, apparently not. Chantal just gets the family deal every time. But then remember, I remember when people first started questioning that, and she came back and said, "Oh no, it's just so much cheaper to get like the family meals." Like, all right, well, it'd be even cheaper if you just cooked. Thanks for the super chat, mate.
I think that is just, it really just makes things more overwhelming for me at the
I also remember when people questioned her measurements of tomato sauce, right? She was eating something back in Canada and she like blurted out some ketchup on a plate and she said, "Oh, that's a tablespoon." Everyone was like, "That's more than a tablespoon, ma'am. I don't think you know what a tablespoon is." Then she got really mad and pulled out the tablespoon measurement and threatened to send it to a reaction channel because we were so intrigued with the measurement of a tablespoon. And then we had a discussion about how American tablespoon and Australian tablespoon are actually different because they're liquid measurements in milliliters. And in Australia, I think they're 20 milliliters, and in America, I think they're 15 milliliters. Anyway, just fun things.
time, especially
Oh my God, hi. Lovely to see you. Happy weekend.
just starting out. So I'm just starting small with a small victory so that I can build that momentum. I can be proud of something and
Ali, look it up. I'm telling you.
feel accomplished about something, but something that's realistic and not too drastic. And in the past, I've done all these dumb diets, these restrictive.
Yeah, I agree that the massive changes weren't ever going to work, but I think when you've got massive, glaring health concerns, sometimes a drastic choice needs to be made, a drastic attempt needs to be made. Now, I don't consider something like the potato fast or the grape diet or a 40-day water fast. I don't consider those to be in the same vein as like a 1,400 calorie restriction with low carb intake. When we're talking about mental health, I'm not one to talk. Sure, she's got her own stuff to deal with her relationship with food, and I totally understand that. But yeah, the whole like mono food fad diets, the whole high vibrational foods, like curing her cysts with lemon juice and grapes, like it's not, ma'am, like that's some sad woo-woo nonsense. No, go and speak to a healthcare professional. That's probably the most drastic thing that needs to happen.
Diets, fruit only diet. I do think that, for a person without diabetes, that could be beneficial for short term, but I don't believe that long term eating only fruit would be healthy. To each their own beliefs. This is just mine, but I used to think that. I used to do like all kinds of diets. You guys have seen the cycles, right?
So who are you talking to in this? Because you're treating people as if we haven't been here, but now you're treating us as if we've watched every single diet cycle, which we have.
So the infamous diet cycles, and it's hard. It's really hard, and it's probably the hardest thing I'll ever have to do, and is to overcome these things. So in Canada, I was at my highest weight at one point. A few years back, I was like 402.
Sure.
And I remember being weighed at the hospital when I went in. I can't remember what I went to the hospital for at that time, but I was very unhealthy. So
if you have to say, I don't remember like why I went to the hospital at that time, I think we're at the point of drastic measures, right? I think that's fair.
I was there,
I think this is like a prelude to phase 1. Oh no, I'd consider it a phase 1. Yeah, it's okay. It'll all change by tomorrow.
Not too often, but often enough. Too much. So they weighed me and I was like 402, and I remember like, oh my gosh, I'm 400 pounds, So I haven't been since then that weight, especially not in Kuwait. I don't remember what my highest was here, but I remember the doctor, I was 166, like I showed you, 166 kg, and I'll put whatever pounds that is here. So yeah.
She didn't. She absolutely didn't. I can do it for you. It's 365. 366.
Yeah, in Canada, in my most recent trip, I had the car and I would go back to my old habits, sometimes eating fast food twice a day and just, going for a fast food meal, eating dinner with my family.
You're still doing all of those things in Kuwait, you know that, right? Like, you barely cook, everything is takeout. Like, just because it's not a burger doesn't mean it's not takeout.
and then maybe going out for another drive later, just driving around, enjoying the sights, eating whatever I wanted, you know, Wendy's, Harvey's, you know, stuff like that. So,
and we didn't see any of it. Huh, crazy. We only saw the poutine meal.
would eat a normal meal at home, you know, and then,
I mean, part of the problem with Chantal's situation in Kuwait is that she buys all of those fucking snacks. Like, she has those sugary popcorn bars and buys 64 chocolate bars and buckets and buckets of labneh and cheese and olive, like kilos of olives. Like, she just doesn't stop. She doesn't stop. Just because she doesn't have the car doesn't mean she's not going to have access to food. But whatever. Voodoo, thank you for the super chat. Voodoo says, so she was bringing on binging on fast food in Canada but lost all that weight. Say it with me. Ketoacidosis. Yeah, it's not really, the timeline isn't really making all that much sense. But then again, if she's saying her last weigh-in was 166 in December and her current one is 157 or whatever it is, it's 9 kilos down in 4 months. And she was in Canada for like, what, a month and a month? Was it about a month? Yeah, I don't know. I think something's happening on a biological level. I agree, Voodoo.
just go out and eat whatever I want and just not tell anybody about it. Just be like, oh, I'm just going to do videos, whatever, which is true. You know, I would film things and go for small walks and stuff like that. Just mostly for mental health because the amount of calories I would eat, the small walk I did wasn't doing anything for it. But,
can't out eat a bad diet. You just can't. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't.
Yeah, I would, you know, I just had a hard time.
3.5 weeks.
No. Avoiding all of those comfort spots where I would love to get fast food and, you know, just binge out in my car. So when I was in Canada and I had my last hurrah, you know, my last fast food funeral.
She says that, but we didn't see it, did we? We didn't see a fast food funeral? Huh. That's weird.
So I told myself, I want to make a resolution. I want to make
Rule number 1. That's very true, Lucy. Actually, she does lie. Thank you. Thank you for the
to a new beginning when I come back. And I don't want to go back into old habits. I don't want to give in, you know, to binge urges. I want to learn to ride the waves and control them the best I can. And just try to overcome it. And just also cook more and meal plan more.
Chat, tell me how many times we've heard this. You tell me. Based on how long you've been here. Because if you've been here for the entire Kuwait arc, we've heard this at least 4 times. If you've been here longer, you've heard it like a million times. Zing, thank you for the super chat. Zing says fast food funeral, but then unlimited gravy at the airport. Well, maybe that was the fast food funeral. Maybe it was airport burger and on tap gravy. We didn't get to see a lot of it though. Thank you for the super chat.
Just basically,
I can't even count how many times.
Get on top of my health overall. Attempt again and again and again, you know.
Yeah. And nothing ever changes because you don't change your approach. You just think you can do it your own way. Or alternatively, you don't believe anything that you're saying. You won't even attempt it, and you're more than happy just living the way you want. And like you said that one time, you know, is life without pizza even worth living? That's grim and sad, but from everything we've seen, I don't think Chantal can take like her relationship with food seriously. I don't think she can, and I don't think she's interested in it because food makes her feel good and it makes her feel happy, and why would anyone want to take that away from her? Or why would she want to work on that? You know? It's sad, but oh well.
Hopefully I'm able to do this consistently, but I feel like I do have a bit of a change because I realize my age, you know, I'm 40 now, and I also realize that I have a lot more health issues than before, and they're serious, and I want to live. I want to live a long time. I want to have a 6-pack, and I'm serious about that goal, by the way. I want to live a long life.
I hope she's not serious about that goal because it's an unachievable goal. Right, I don't like saying nothing, like anything's impossible, but something to that degree is not going to happen for Chantal. It's not going to happen for a lot of people without a lot of work and a lot of surgery, and I just don't think that's going to happen for Chantal. Sorry.
I feel like if I get healthy, I feel like my new life could just be beginning. And that really depends on how much work I can put into it. So I'm craving the hard work of it. I'm craving...
Bullshit. You crave nothing difficult. You don't enjoy challenge. Fuck off.
to keep up my home and be proud of my home and what I cook.
Chantal, you don't have anything else to do, sweetie. You don't. You have nothing. You don't work. You don't have any hobbies. Yes, you look after a cat and a hamster and this living room, and that's about it. Because we never see the kitchen. We never see the bedroom or the spare room. Okay. Alright, girl. Great. Cool. You keep your house tidy. Great. What the fuck else have you got going on? Nothing. Nothing. What do you do with your time? She says she's so busy. I would love to know. I mean, I think it's just laying back and watching YouTube, personally. But she has nothing to do. Nothing. Nothing.
My kitchen, keeping up in my kitchen, where I nourish my family here and myself. And
what are you talking about? Your loophole husband eats fucking chicken nuggets. You nourish your family? Fuck off. Fuck off. All you eat is takeout. All you eat is takeout and frozen shit. Nourish. Who wrote this for you? Fuck.
My kitchen, keeping up in my kitchen, where I nourish my family here and myself and take care of myself. Like, I want this to be the beginning, the big 4-0. I want this to be the beginning of a new life.
Define nourish.
For me. You know, I could do so much in life if I just overcome this. And, you know, time is going to pass anyway. I keep telling myself these things over and over. I
nourish my family. That is fucking gold. Oh my god. Me when I get something out of the freezer and put it in the microwave, I'm just nourishing myself. This is my nourishment. Oh god. It's so dumb. Marvin, thank you for the super chat, love. Marvin says, I gave up on me having a six-pack. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Yeah, I mean, I love a goal, but I love an achievable goal. I don't love setting the bar so high that you will never, you literally will never reach it. Like, do stuff for you that you want to do for yourself. That's all well and good, but unachievable goals are just silly.
A lot of new tools that I'm using journaling, you know, a lot of more organization tools. When I had therapy in Canada, they gave me a lot of resources to follow up with here. So there's a lot of things I'm going to be utilizing. Sure. And also I'm going to try to just be utilizing a lot of myself and my, you know, my ability within myself to try to overcome this. And if
yeah, that's worked really well for you before.
I can do this. I know I can do anything in life. So that.
But you can't do this. You can't do it alone. Like, you can't. You've not ever done it. I know it's harsh to say, but she has not overcome this struggle by herself. She's done it before using Ozempic and cocaine. And that's it. That's about it.
I put my mind to, and I think everyone's like that. Everyone has the potential to change their life and you know, be who they want to be and healthy and everything like that. I basically heard somebody very overweight who lost a lot of weight say, you don't realize how bad you feel until you start feeling good, and I want that. I want to get there. So sure. Anyways, I have a good chunk of weight loss, so I'm on my way, and I'm feeling very optimistic and very happy, and I don't think there's anything in the world that can change that, because I feel.
Are we gonna get weekly weigh-ins? Maybe we'll get weekly weigh-ins and weekly, like, what I eat in a day. That'd be fun. I mean, I love those pieces of content, but I'm not going to believe any of it. It's Chantal.
I feel on top of the world right now. I don't know. I just feel so happy, like, being back here in my element, in my home. I just love it. I don't know. I'm just very, very happy right now, and I'm so happy that you guys are following my journey. I know it's another restart. I've said a lot of this before, but
it's going to be different this time, you guys.
I don't know what to tell you. That's how, you know, I will share my ups and downs, and there's a lot of downs in battling something like this, that's for sure. So if you're out there dealing with...
I have an honest question, though, right? An honest question that I would love Foodie to answer. Why doesn't she why doesn't she seek out professional help after all of these years? Why doesn't she? Because I remember back when it was in the villa, she used to often throw depression up as the reason why she wasn't looking after herself, and that's understandable. I get that. But it is also very interesting to see her not in that same situation where she is with her loving loophole husband and her family in Kuwait, and it's been a year and a half. And I understand not receiving, like, I understand it might be hard for her in Kuwait because she's a tourist, to receive professional medical assistance, but there are digital ways of doing that, and especially with therapy and counseling and stuff. But she hasn't done that for a year and a half in Kuwait, and she wasn't doing it back home in Canada. So I don't know. I think she's just not going to do it. Havisham, hello, thank you for the super chat, lovely. I hope you're having a great day. Havisham said, she has no idea how lean you have to get as a woman to see abs. Yep, we spoke about that earlier, this week. Not to mention working the muscles to begin with, but go on, girl, nourish yourself. She's nourishing herself and her family. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I think someone said in the chat you needed to be like, I think it was it like 15 to 20% body fat or something like that? I don't know. I know it's hard. But yeah, but also, like, even outside of the whole body fat conversation, it's the fact that acknowledging that skin stretches, bodies change, all of that stuff, and Chantal in her current, meat wagon, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't physically be able to happen. You would have to have, like, kilos of skin removed to be able to talk about a six-pack, which is just redundant anyway.
With what things I'm dealing with, no, you're not alone, and I hope my videos do help you in some way, because it does help me to talk about it to you guys, knowing that I could potentially be helping somebody. That's one thing that since reverting to Islam, that's been growing more and more inside of me, is this want to help people in life.
Uh-oh.
And first I need to help myself and become healthy, like to really...
Who are you trying to help?
Make a difference. I need to take care of my number one here so that I'm fit and healthy to be able to help other people as well. But if my talks and my sharing my experiences help you, then that makes it worth it for me.
Chantal, I have often said you're an inspiration, dear. An inspiration to never end up where you are, and you're a cautionary tale in so many ways. Which again might make me sound really rude, but like, it's the truth.
It makes all the scrutiny I get, all the criticism I get worth it. And I'm just totally okay with that, So that's the plan. I plan on sharing, my journey with you guys.
I can't wait. I love our health journey. I just have to remember that she lies and stop trying to make like logical sense of the things that she says, and just understand that she talks an utter amount of shit.
And you will see me cooking. You will see me eating things like spaghetti and stuff like that, but I'm going to moderate it. I'm not going to eat a whole pot pie.
Are you sure? Because that's what you said last time.
I don't think I'm gonna...
You guys, the crust is healthy. It's olive oil, not butter.
Make pot pie for a while because it's a bit of a red light for me, but I'm gonna try to make complete meals that are satisfying.
You mean red flag?
And we'll keep the binges away. That's the first step for me, is keeping the binges away.
Okay, I have a piece of advice. Again, not BED related, but just relationship with food related. Eat more fiber. Eat more fiber. Eat lots of broccoli. Eat more fiber. Fill your fullness, gal. And spaghetti and pot pie and meatloaf, like, probably ain't gonna cut it. But okay.
And, yeah, I think that's a good start, because that's where I eat the majority of the calories, is just consuming thousands of calories in a short amount of time. And that leads to...
Also, like, moderate your cheese intake. That would be another good suggestion. Moderate your cheeses, moderate your carbs. Your diabetes will be glad for that. Higher protein, higher fiber diets. Doesn't take a rocket scientist.
Water retention, weight gain, fat gain, everything. So yeah, it's not very healthy at all. I think we all know that. I don't love it. I don't like at all having this problem.
Well, this is unfortunately, and I know it's not often a nice thing to say, but unfortunately, diet is a big, factor in everybody's lifestyle. Like, and the effect, or I guess the consequence of poor diet is often poor health in whichever end of the ruler you want to go.
So, yes, I want to take more responsibility. I think that's my key word for this year so far is responsibility.
Right.
I want to take responsibility for fixing things I've damaged in the past, financially or stuff.
Financially? Is it the tax bill? Have you done your taxes for April, ma'am?
Like that, health-wise, but stuff like that. So, responsibility. Yes, I'm an adult. I'm 40.
Oh, still, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
It's time. All right, guys.
Oh, braised cabbage, though, Havisham. I like fried cabbage. It's really good. Just a little bit of oil in like a non-stick pan. Slice up cabbage really fine and then fry it up with some like onions and stuff. Really good. Like a good just side to go with things.
I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right, chat. We're done for today. I can't be bothered to get into her live stream. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe never. Who knows? Thank you all very much for hanging out with me. We're all caught up with Foodie, so I can't wait for more health talk. It's my favorite thing. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. If you'd like to hit the like button on the way out, I'd appreciate that too. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you for your comments, opinions rather, and eyeballs. Thank you for giving it a click, giving it a view. Please make sure you wear your sunscreen. Don't be like me and forget patches. Wear your sunscreen, drink your water, get your steps in today, hug a loved one, maybe have a snack, a nap, take yourself seriously. Don't be a Chantal. And I'll see you all in